Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sash Fabrics. Jessica here again with you today, and today I'm going to teach you some tricks and tips about using a home embroidery machine. I have a Brother PE770, and I use this for business purposes, so it gets used a lot and it's still holding up great. So the tips and tricks I'm going to give you today are ones that are going to help you use your machine in a way that's going to help it have a nice long life. The first trick I'm going to talk about today is getting your designs onto your machine, and the number one trick I have is that you want to have many jump drives, okay, if you're doing a lot of different designs. So I do hooded bath towels, so I have like 200-300 designs, and I like having them on the jump drives already, so I can just grab a jump drive. I have a list, I know what's on each jump drive, so I know which one to grab. So that's my number one trick. Because if you put too many files on your jump drives, they will not actually load on the machine properly, so you won't necessarily be able to find them. My next trick, you will see that there is a cord coming out the side of my machine here, and it's plugged right there into my USB port. So this is a USB extension. These will work with computers, any device that has a USB extension. So all it does is plug into the side of the machine. This enables me to not have to use the port on the machine as much, which will help make sure that doesn't go out, because then if something goes out, it's going to be this. So I just leave this kind of twisted up next to my machine and just plug in as I need to. Okay, so the next trick is going to be the thread. So you'll notice right here I have a very large cone of thread. You can't quite see it in the picture. I have a metal thread stand. I'll pull it out. I have a metal thread stand. Okay. And that just stands next to my machine. What that enables it to do is to hold the thread up nice and tall, way above the machine, so that I don't get knots and snarls and all of that good stuff. So we've gotten a little closer to the machine now, and now we're going to talk more about this thread spool. If you do not have a thread stand and you still want to use the smaller cones of thread, here's a smaller cone of thread, just put it straight on the thread holder and don't use the cap. The issue with the cap, if you use it, is that it's going to catch the thread right there between the cap and the thread, and you're going to end up with the machine locking up because the thread can't pull through smoothly. Okay, now we're going to talk about probably my favorite trick I have for you guys. So, when you're unthreading your machine, an embroidery machine is much more finicky than a standard sewing machine. With standard sewing machines, you can basically just pull your thread from here. You can just pull your thread backwards and just slip it out of the machine. Do not do that with an embroidery machine, or even probably a high expensive priced sewing machine, because the embroidery machines in specific have little thread things in here, and that is going to pull lint right into the machine. And with the embroidery machines, they're so fine-tuned that you don't want any lint. That's why embroidery thread is so smooth. So the most popular way to get the thread out of the embroidery machines when the pressure foot is up is to snip the thread right here, reach down, and pull the thread out. Can't quite see it, but it's out. Okay, I'm going to show you the next way. So I guess in this process, I'll also show you how to thread it. It's very, very easy. You put it over number 1, under the loop, over number 2, down, up, over number 3, down number 4, and then you put it over, whoops, funny angle here, over the little catch down here, and then through the self-threader, up and over, and press down. Okay, so the machine is threaded again. Now, this is a really cool trick I have learned, and it saves a little bit of thread at the end. I also hate having to pick up my thread snips when I'm doing embroidery projects. So how I get my thread out of my embroidery machine without compromising the machine, you just grab your thread right here, you go over, you pull it under, and you basically just reverse unthread it. And so once you hit number 3, you can just pull out, and then voila, the machine is unthreaded. You haven't messed anything up. You've saved yourself some time and saved yourself a little thread. So those are just a handful of tips and tricks that I have learned when I do embroidery projects. I hope you guys have enjoyed them. Make sure to click the like button below. If you're not subscribed, do that so you don't miss new videos. And make sure to go over to the Sash fabric groups, because there will be a free embroidery design added shortly. Have a great day!